What's up guys, I'm Heath Pierce, and with one of football's biggest rivalries and most watched games just around the corner, we thought we should be masochists and expose ourselves to the inevitable argument that will ensue about the combined 11 for Liverpool and Manchester United. For this one, we're going with the current players based on their form from this campaign. We had to make some tough calls, but we stand by our list. Now, the first real challenge in this process is which manager to lead my side. On one hand, you have Jose Mourinho, who's won everything under the sun and has a knack for setting up his side to succeed in tight matches, and on the other hand, there's Jurgen Klopp, who's a very different manager but just as well respected. Klopp is all about motivation and getting more out of the sum of his team's parts, which he has done throughout his career. Mourinho is also a manager that loves to manage the best of the best, the richest of the rich, the Real Madrids, Chelseas, and Manchester Uniteds of the world, while Klopp, on the other hand, loves the underdogs like Dortmund and Liverpool. You really can't go wrong with either, so here's the plan. I'm gonna hop in the comments as soon as this video is dropped, and you guys are gonna make your case for Klopp or Mourinho to help me sort this out. So please guys, help me. Go into the comment section and let's talk about this. Now for our combined 11, let's pick a formation. I'm gonna go with the tried and true pick for combined 11s, the 3-4-3. Starting in goal, it's David De Gea. Now, before all of you De haters start saying how crap he's been this season, he takes this spot purely because he's better than any of the Liverpool goalkeepers, which in all honesty isn't that hard. He's managed 8 clean sheets across all the competitions this year, which isn't all that great considering he plays at United and they played 26 matches. Nonetheless, he is our man between the sticks and quite honestly is a key cog in the resurgence of Manchester United that has them unbeaten in 15 across all competitions and back in the thick of a top 4 battle. Moving into my back 3, it's the good old James Milner. This guy is the ultimate professional. He moved to Liverpool last season to get more playing time in his preferred position, center midfield, and somehow Jurgen Klopp has gotten him to buy into moving into left back to better serve the team. And he hasn't even blinked an eye. His solid defensive cover comes from an incredible work rate and seriously good positional sense. Plus, he's a great leader, so I can't see why I can't convert him for my back 3. Oh, and did I mention he has 5 goals and 2 assists from that outside back position? Go on, Jimmy. And at center back, it's Eric Bailly. Back in July, United drew quite a bit of criticism when they signed the relatively unknown and inexperienced defender from Villarreal for 38 million euros. He's proven to be a worthwhile investment. The Ivorian, who will miss the match due to the African Cup of Nations, has been the best defender in the United back line, even though he's the youngest. And while he's also had a few injury issues in his short tenure at the club, when he's on the pitch, the 22-year-old shows leadership beyond his years and is capable of making the big play to keep his team in matches. Plus, he's got the highest upside, and United are unbeaten in 13 of the 17 matches which he's appeared in, which is a stat that's good enough in itself to make this list. And rounding out my back line, it's Liverpool's Joel Matip. The young center back has made moving to the Premier League look easy, which isn't typically true for center backs. Just ask Manchester City. The big 25-year-old has been so composed since his free transfer from Schalke, and you can immediately tell the difference in Liverpool's back line when he's missing. And in my team, he'll be the smooth ball player out of the back that I need to kickstart the side. Now moving forward in the center of the park, it's someone who might surprise you. It's Manchester United's Michael Carrick. And like with De Gea, before you start to de-hate, let me explain. In the 2016-17 season, Carrick is the most valuable player at the club statistically. He doesn't sell kits like Pogba or score goals like Ibra, but when he is on the field, Manchester United win, and they win a lot. When Michael Carrick reached his 10th appearance for the club this season, the club had already played 23, and the stats are quite incredible. When Carrick is on the field, United have won 80% of their games, and when he's not on the field, they've won just 30% of their games. Even though he can't find his place as a regular starter in the squad, on our best 11, he's a shoo-in. Now moving a bit forward in my midfield, it's Gini Wijnaldum. The super technical Dutch international has been key to Liverpool's great form this season, and what I love about him is that he simply doesn't give the ball away. A lot of eyebrows were raised when Klopp splashed what could end up being £25 million to get Wijnaldum from relegated Newcastle. In fact, there was a hilarious Twitter war between Newcastle and Liverpool fans for what the Geordies claimed was Andy Carroll 2.0. But maybe that's why Newcastle fans are down in the championship. They can't spot talent. Wijnaldum only has 2 goals and 2 assists so far, but if you've watched enough of Liverpool this season to make a judgment, you know that he's at the heart of everything good happening to them. Also in midfield, it's Manchester United's young superstar Paul Pogba. Now, if we did this best 11 the last time these two teams played, Pogba wouldn't be anywhere near good enough to make this list, but he seems to have finally found his form. He's put up 4 goals and 3 assists, including his volley against Swansea, which is an instant goal of the year candidate. To be fair though, he's had the same trajectory as most Premier League transferees, but because of his $100 million transfer fee, of course we hold him to another standard. He's got a lot of developing to do yet, but he's showing signs that he's capable of bossing games and slowly moving himself away from the overrated conversation. And rounding out my midfield, it's Adam Lallana. The former Southampton man started his career at Liverpool a bit slow last year, but he has seriously turned the corner this campaign. Lallana has 7 goals, which is 5th best among midfielders, and 7 assists, which is 3rd best in the entire league. Plus, he's a key to Liverpool's league-leading goal tally. And to make him an even bigger lock for a spot in my combined 11, he's arguably the hardest worker in the league. Over the festive period in Liverpool's high-tempo pressing game, the Englishman covered 12.8 kilometers in Liverpool's win over City, and then less than 48 hours later, he covered 13.2 kilometers against Sunderland. As a former player, I can truly say that is incredible. Moving to my front line, I have Liverpool Samba boy, Philippe Coutinho. While Coutinho has been out the last 7 weeks with an ankle ligament injury, I have not forgotten how good he's been so far this campaign. He's 24 years old, has 6 goals and 5 assists in all competitions, despite missing a huge chunk of the season. And that includes some spectacular game winners. Good news for Liverpool and neutrals alike, though, is that he's back fit and should feature in the huge clash this weekend, just in time for Barcelona to swoop in and bring him to sunny Spain to join his best friend Neymar. I'm just kidding. Am I? But seriously, I played against this kid when he was 18 and at Inter Milan in a friendly, and this kid can ball. Moving out on the right side of my formation, I have Liverpool's Sadio Mane. The Senegalese forward has been lighting up the league with his pace, and Manchester United fans are probably sad to be seeing it, considering how heavily they were linked with him before his move to Liverpool. Mane has 9 goals and 4 assists from a wide position in Liverpool's prolific attack, and it's quite sad that he'll miss this match on Sunday because of AFCON duty with his national team. We will miss you, Sadio. And rounding out my combined 11, the man sitting at the high point in our 3-4-3 system, it's Zlatan. Of course it's Zlatan. He's been the king at every club he's played at, and so far at United, it's been no different. After starting his Red Devil career with 4 goals from his first 3 games, many thought he'd dominate the Premier League as he had everywhere else, but he quickly hit a rough patch and only had 2 goals in his next 13, allowing most critics to write him off and say that his best days were behind him. But none of those high highs or low lows seemed to faze Zlatan as he rebounded from his dry spell by scoring 12 goals and picking up 4 assists in his last 12 matches, even though he has missed the league's most clear-cut chances. He's currently 1 goal behind Diego Costa in the Golden Boot race, and I can't imagine a more informed striker in the Premier League right now, let alone in the United or Liverpool squads. So guys, that is my Liverpool and Manchester United combined best 11. Should Rooney be left out considering he's on the verge of breaking Manchester United's goal record? What about the league-leading passer Jordan Henderson? Hit me up in the comments and let me know what I missed. And don't forget, help me out with my manager dilemma. Follow, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the comments.